What is up, everyone? I am DeviantCringe, and ladies and gentlemen, today I got another art review for you guys and gals. Oh yes, everyone. So, just like usual, I got 3 awesome artists lined out for you guys and gals. So, without further ado, let us sit back, relax, and get on with it, shall we? With our first artist called Kashi Art. Practice makes improvement, a varied hobbyist, Kashi Art, female from the United States, and she has been on DA for 6 months, and the first picture we gotta take a look at from her is Pangy Boy, and I gotta say, ladies and gentlemen, this honestly looks really nice, you know. The only downside to it is that the line work is definitely, wobbly, wobbly in a lot of areas. You know, over here we kind of see a little bit of chop, way too wobbly over here, you know, this can be, like smoothed out and all that. But yeah, it really looks nice, you know. I like penguins and all that, I'm sure a lot of you do as well. And yeah, it seems like a pretty cool little portrait. Now, I really don't know what species of penguin this is, but nonetheless, it looks pretty awesome. You know, I really do like what you did with the eye and of course the beak. You know, yeah, there is a little bit of wobble on the beak, but the head for the most part actually looks quite nice. The only advice I could really give you is just to smooth everything out. You know, smooth out this and all that, all of this. And of course a little bit of this here, and maybe try to do something about this, like right here. I know that you were trying to go for like a maybe like an individual feather detail and all that stuff, but right here, this kind of makes it look way too, you know, dirty and all that, kind of like just smudges and all that. I don't know if you were going for that, a little bit of, you know, natural touch, you know, to make it look more realistic and all. But yeah, if you're going for like either that or individual feather detail, definitely try something different, you know. Try using a side reference of a penguin, you know, this specific species, and you know, try to integrate that into your art style. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, you're on a pretty good track. And of course, over here, here's the signature placement right there. Pangy Boy, a little penguin. Sadly, there's no comments. Hopefully, this piece of art actually gets a lot more attention after this video. And the next picture we're gonna take a look at from her is Growlithe, and this one honestly looks a whole lot better. Yes, there is a little bit of wobble in the lines, but that honestly makes a bit of sense, you know, with this, you know, these specific little details. Over here, there could be a little bit of smoothing out and all, but yeah, it really does look nice. Much more detailed, you know, than the penguin drawing. You know, the coloring is really nice, and of course, the pose and expression are definitely spot on. You know, with the Growlithe Pokemon, really looks nice. You know, massive thumbs up. Again, you know, my only piece of advice is definitely, you know, try smoothing out your line work, because you know, over here on the ear you can definitely see, and a little bit on the hair, it definitely does look, you know, out of place and all. Besides that, everything looks nice, but definitely try to, you know, smooth out your lines and all that. Like I said in many other videos, don't be afraid to, you know, erase a line and just do it all over again until it looks just fine. Growlithe, cute boy. Again, sadly, no comments. Hopefully the artist gets more attention and all that. And the second artist we're going to take a look at today is Denner D. Paleo Arts. Yeah, Denner D. Paleo Arts, digital art hobbyist. Denner D. Paleo Arts, male from Brazil, and he has been on DA for 8 months. And the work we're going to take a look at from him is Dino yeah, whatever. I can't pronounce that, sorry. But yeah, we have a nice picture of a prehistoric crocodile. Oh yes, and I really do like the style of this artist. You know, it is both you know, simple and complex at the same time. As you can see, we have a lot of details going on over here. Like, take a look at this. Over here on the back and the tail, the scales are all very beautifully drawn. A lot of attention, you know, has been put into this, and as well as over here we can see the small details over here on the face and the teeth. Really nicely made, I gotta say. As well as over here we have a little bit of scarring right here, you know, some battle scars to make the you know, animal look a little bit more natural and all that. And the coloring itself is also really good. I love the, you know, the lighter, you know, natural light, you know, colors on the underbelly. And of course over here we have some fading, you know, from lighter to dark. You know, over here we got a little bit of green in the middle. Pretty cool, I gotta say. Again, you know, thumbs up. Over here on the tail, these details right here, they're kind of like a little bit out of order. I think this one should be raised up a little bit. I really don't know what to say to actually improve this, because you do have a specific style, and that's all well and good. Plus, your detail work and coloring is spot on. So yeah, you're on to a very good track, and I do gotta say, you know, practice as much as you can. You'll get even better than this, I'm definitely sure of that. Name, Habidabida Hatcheri, meaning terrible crocodile. Time period, late Cretaceous, 83 to 73 Maya. Diet Hadrosaurus, size 10 to 11 meters in length and 1 meter in height, weight 2.5 to 5 tons, discovery United States. And the third and final artist we're going to take a look at today is Mystic Teddy Bear Lies, varied artist Toby Other from the United States, and they have been on DA for 2 months. And I gotta say, I actually do like the setting of this picture. I can't stop smiling, and it really does remind me of, you know, the Joker's laughing gas, to be honest. It's pretty cool. But there are some things, you know, that could be done and all that. This seems mostly like a, you know, like a sketch comic book, you know, so that's pretty cool. You know, if you're going for that specific style, it's nice and all, but I like to throw in a little bit of advice. So first off, the nose looks way too big, and it's definitely not, you know, placed properly, you know, as well as the eyes. I do think that the face is a little bit warped in a way. The nose should be a little bit, you know, to the center, as well as the eyes. Everything should be pretty much be moved, you know, a little bit to the left. And of course, this ear over here does look a little bit squished, you know, compared to this one. This actually looks pretty nice. It definitely doesn't look like a normal human ear, to be totally honest. And besides that, I really don't have anything else to say. You know, I do actually like what you did with the grin and all. Like, instead of going for the usual, you know, Hollywood, you know, movie-esque big grin, you know, which is pretty symmetrical most of the time, over here you actually went for a more natural, you know, like this part of the mouth is a bit more closed than this one. So that's pretty cool. You know, you made it look a little bit more dynamic and more realistic. You know, about as realistic as a giant, you know, cartoonish big grin can look realistic. So yeah, I think you did a really good job on that one. But I do actually have one big thing to recommend. You know, besides the you know, besides slightly moving the anatomy, you know, on the upper face to the left. Over here, as you can see, there's a watermark from an app called Cam Scanner, and basically what you should do is you should go into Photoshop and just edit that out, you know, like make a rectangle and just paint bucket in some white color, or like go over it with a white brush and all that, because these third-party app watermarks, I don't know if everyone else thinks this way, but for me, it kind of makes the picture look a little bit unprofessional. You know, it kind of makes it seem like those you remember how in the old days of YouTube, a lot of people would like what's it called? There was like some sort of screen recording program that had like a big annoying red watermark in the middle of the screen. It kind of makes it seem like that. So yeah, try to go into Photoshop and just easily edit that out. It takes a few seconds. Final page of Be Happy, and of course this one sadly also doesn't have any comments like the previous artists. I really do hope these two artists definitely get a lot more recognition, you know, after this video, because they definitely do have some potential, I gotta say. Well, everyone, that about wraps it up for today's video. Some pretty unique artists today, I gotta say. You know, some nice dinosaurs and a pretty cool, you know, sketch-style comic book. So, yeah, hope you all enjoyed watching this. Be sure to subscribe and press the bell icon. And if you wish to support me in any way, my page link is in the description below. And as always, I'm DeviantCringe, and I'll be seeing you guys else in the next video.